Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like giving up? Like no matter how hard you try, life keeps pushing you down, doors keep closing, and success feels like a distant dream? If you've ever felt that way, then listen closely. Because today, I'm going to share with you a story. A story that carries within it the secret to success. Once, in a small town, there lived a young man named Ion. He wasn't born rich. His father was a mechanic, and his mother worked as a seamstress. From a young age, Ion dreamed of doing something great, something that would make his family proud and lift them out of poverty. But dreams don't feed you. And for Ion, life was never easy. He loved drawing. He would sketch on old newspapers, on scraps of cardboard his father brought from the shop. His dream was to one day become an architect, to design buildings that touched the sky. But in school, he struggled. Teachers called him slow. His classmates laughed at his broken English. Some even told him, "You'll never make it." By the time he reached college, money ran out. His father got sick, and Ion had to leave his studies halfway. It broke his heart. Imagine holding on to a dream for years and then watching it slip away in front of your eyes. So he worked long, tiring shifts at a construction site. Ironically, he was mixing cement and carrying bricks for the very buildings he once dreamed of designing. Every day, he looked up at those tall towers and wondered, is this all life has for me? One evening, exhausted and drenched in sweat, Ion sat on a broken bench near the site. He saw a small boy, no older than 10, struggling to fly a torn kite. The boy's kite kept falling, but he didn't quit. Again and again, he picked it up, tied it, and tried once more. Finally, with one strong push, the kite soared high into the sky. Ion smiled for the first time in days. That little boy taught him something powerful. Failure is not the end at S training for success. That night, Ion made a decision. He couldn't go back to college, but he wouldn't abandon his dream. He began to teach himself architecture from old library books. He watched free lectures online late at night after work. When his friends laughed at him for carrying sketchbooks instead of hanging out, he didn't care. Years passed. He applied for design competitions again and again. Rejected, laughed at, ignored. But Ion refused to give up. Then came the turning point. One day, a company announced an open competition to design a community center for underprivileged children. Hundreds of qualified architects applied. Ion, with trembling hands, submitted his design. Weeks later, he got a call. Not only had he been selected, but his design stood out as one of the most creative entries they had ever seen. His community center was built, brick by brick, just like his dreams. And when the project was completed, newspapers carried his name. The same boy who once mixed cement was now the man whose vision built hope for others. Ion didn't just become an architect. He became a symbol that no matter where you start, with faith, persistence, and hard work, you can rise. It is not about being born rich or talented. Success is about refusing to give up when life knocks you down. It is about turning pain into fuel, rejection into redirection, and failure into preparation. The secret to success is simple. Never stop believing, never stop trying, and never stop moving forward. Because every great person you admire today once stood exactly where you are, confused, tired, on the edge of giving up. But they chose to keep going. If you are struggling today, remember Ion's story. Remember the kite that kept falling but finally touched the sky. Your dreams are waiting for you. Don't give up. Your time will come. And when it does, the world will look at you and say, "This is the secret to success."